PTE Academic Changes 2025. What has changed? What has remained the same? Which templates can I still use and which templates are actually banned? What is the weightage of the modules? How different the exam is now? If you're bombarded with all these questions, then trust me, today's video is the one. Gives you complete insights on what's changed, what's remained unchanged. If you want to make most out of this video, make sure you watch the video till the end. Hey everybody, Nakul here from SKILLS PTE Academic. Really hope everybody is doing fantastic. I'm back with yet another super awesome packed video on PTE Academic 2025 changes, what's new and what's changed, updated. Well, before we get into the video, if you're not subscribed to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button anytime you need online assistance. It's a paid assistance. You can check the information in the description of this video. We'll left a WhatsApp link. You can click on the link, send us a message. We will do the needful. Also to tell you, recently we released our 3 ebooks, of which 2 ebooks have already been updated with the new changes. The third ebook is in the process. Probably by the end of next week it also will get updated with the new changes. Whoever have bought the ebook before, automatically this folder will get updated. The links for all the 3 ebooks are in the description of this video. You can click on any of the links, buy it as a combo and avail some discount as well. Alright, without any further delay, let's straight away get right into what's changed and what's unchanged. The very first module, PTE Read Aloud, has turned into a dummy module now. Less than 5-6 marks or max to max 7 to 8 marks. A number of questions that appeared in the exam with respect to PTE Read Aloud has also gone down. Few of the students who gave exam reported that only 3 questions were there for one person. Other person told only 4 questions were there with respect to PTE Read Aloud. And as you know, Read Aloud marking is only towards speaking. From reading, the marking has been removed. That's one update. The second update is number of questions have also reduced, so you don't have to worry too much about it. Whatever the questions that you see, just speak. Don't have to speak one line and just speak fully without making any fumbles, without making any hesitations. Know that it is not going to contribute a lot of marks, but still software is going to learn a lot of things about you, about your style of speech, your clarity, your fluency, pronunciation from this very module. So don't give wrong data, give the best data if possible. The second is repeat sentence. What's changed? Repeat sentence earlier contributed equal weightage, equal amount of marks towards your speaking and listening, minimum 30 marks, but now it is still giving 30 marks to listening, but for speaking, the number of marks distribution is divided by 2, probably 14 or 15 it is coming to speaking. And also number of questions that people received has come down. Few told that only 6 to 7 questions were there. At the same time, few of the students told 8 to 9 question comes. But yes, there is a possibility that you may see reduced number of questions to repeat sentence as well. The next is describe image. It's the top priority. People have reported they got more than 5 to 6 questions. Some person got 8 questions. This is the module that contributes around 25 to 30 marks to speaking. This is the top priority module. Henceforth, if you're giving exam post August 7th, 2025, the logic, what's changed? Nothing has changed. Can I still use my previous template, whatever the template I have given in the YouTube? Yes, you can use it. Will there be a human intervention? We don't know. Even if there is a human intervention, you don't have to worry. Use the structure that I have provided, where you have to speak 3 complex or compound or lengthy sentences and identify the key content from the picture, and then you have to speak. If you do that, even if there is a human intervention, there shouldn't be a problem. But know that human intervention is not that easily possible. Only if you're making some mistakes, only if software detects anomalies in your speech. If you're trying to speak in a mechanical way, using some keyword kind of template or generic template, repetitive kind of words, then probably software will flag it for human intervention. Otherwise, no, people have already used this structure that I've given last year, November 4, 2024, where they introduced this human intervention thing to the describe image and Retell lecture. Since then, this is working. This is working even now. This will work, so you can continue using the same structure that I've given, where we talk about the given image represents bar graph, line graph, whatever it is, x-axis and y-axis we say if it is present. Then we give 3 statements. Firstly, another interesting point is however, or to the contrary, 3 key statements and then conclusion. The structure will work. You can still use the same structure. The scoring logic is unchanged, though the fluency, content, pronunciation marks, there is a small editing done. By the way, content is not 5 marks, it is 6 marks, meaning Pearson is trying to tell you that henceforth content is more important than the fluency, but it's the same structure as before. Will definitely give you the full scores, already tested, you don't have to worry. 3 key lengthy statements from the picture, any picture that you see, use this structure and speak, you end up getting 6 out of 6 for content, no fumbles, no hesitations, you end up getting 5 out of 5. Fluency, open the mouth more and speak clearly, you end up getting 5 out of 5 for pronunciation. The next is Retell lecture. Are there any changes? No changes. 2 questions or 3 questions may come, 10 to 12 marks to speaking and listening both. It is following the same pattern. Can I still use the same old method? Definitely yes. Whatever I've given is a structure. The speaker explained in the beginning, the speaker told, later he said, something of this is what I have given. You can check my Retell lecture video. You can use the same structure. Remember, it is not a generic template. It is a structure inside which you will use some 5 to 6 phrases. You use keywords, one word, comma, one word, comma, one word, 100% you end up getting content 0. And by the way, now the content marks has been increased from 5 to 6, whereas fluency and pronunciation is 5 out of 5, content is 6, meaning the content is more important now. So you can use the same template, same structure that I have given you before. It will still work, it is working, you don't have to worry. Make sure you write 5 to 6 phrases. 5 to 6 if possible, above 4, so that the content marks you don't miss out on. Otherwise, absolutely no changes. Scoring logic, everything is the same. Respond to situation, absolutely no changes. It was already there in PT core. I've made many videos, you can check. Recently also I made respond to situation video. It's just that they will have 3 questions. You just have to answer all the 3 questions in 3 different sentences. 25 to 30 seconds, 30 seconds is ideal. You speak that. Now content has been moved from 5 to 6. Don't worry, you just follow the same structure, whatever I have given you, meaning for whatever the question asked, you have to answer. As simple as that. I have given a structure as well in my previous video. You can just follow that. You don't have to worry, you don't have to change. This is working, this will work. What about summarize group discussion? 2 or 3 questions have appeared in the exam people have taken recently. Second top priority, some 16 to 20 marks depending on the number of questions that you get from summarize group discussion towards your speaking and listening both. Remember, repeat sentence, Retell lecture and summarize group discussion contributes marks to speaking and listening both. Here, whatever I've recently made a video, 100% work. You can use the same structure or whatever the template that I've given, any of the options you can choose and start speaking at least for 90 seconds. Now done, speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3 separately and start speaking from the top to bottom. This works as a simple one. It is the same strategy, same logic as the Retell lecture, but the audio in Retell lecture goes for 1.5 minutes, but here it can go for double the amount of time of Retell lecture, meaning 2.5 to 3 minutes. Apart from that, it is 100% same. Assume that you're going to do 2 Retell lectures in one question, that is called summarize group discussion, and then the way you speak is the same as you do in the Retell lecture. Don't worry about the logic, don't worry about the grammar, worry only about the fluency. Content, yes, you write the phrases that I have explained you in this video, summarize group discussion video that I've made. It's all about note taking. Take the phrases, maximum phrases, so that you can speak at least 30 seconds for each speaker into 390 seconds, 1.5 minutes, more than enough. The next, summarize written text. What's changed? What's remained unchanged? A lot of things have been changed in summarize written text. This is now one of the most important modules, contributing 18 to 20 marks to writing, 18 to 20 marks to reading. Can I use the same copy-paste method? Copy-paste meaning exactly retaining same information. I don't find a flaw in that. You can still do that, but yes, there are topics where copy paste method may not be functional. People have reported, students who have given exam before, few of them got a normal passage, but few of the students reported they got a conversation. If it's a conversation, then just copying the entire line may not sound logical. So it's better you paraphrase it and use it. I'll explain you what it is. By the way, you can use any of the structures that I mentioned in my previous video. Remember, you got to write in one sentence only. So grammar makes a huge difference. Content is 4 marks instead of 2. So you got to write a little more, try to cover as much content as possible from the paragraph. Now how do we get grammar 2 out of 2? Stick to a structure. What is the structure? You can use while, sentence 1, comma, sentence 2, semicolon, sentence 3, full stop. This is a famous structure. You can use this or any of the structure that I've mentioned in my previous summarized written text video. I did that last week. You can use it. But now sentence 1, exact copy paste of one sentence. Sentence 2, exact copy paste of one sentence. Sentence 3, exact copy paste of one sentence. This is one way of doing it. If you think I can do better, so you can do this, no problem. But if you think I can do better, or if you see a paragraph which has conversation where this exact copy paste method will not work, knowing a paraphrasing method will actually be very beneficial. What is this paraphrasing? Let's say you're very hungry. I am very hungry. Instead of saying this, you can say, there are butterflies in my stomach. I think I need food for my stomach. So paraphrasing is art of conveying the same meaning as that of the original sentence, but in different words, different sentence structures. If the original sentence goes from left to right, the paraphrasing will come from right to left, or changing the word synonyms. That's paraphrasing, meaning you retain the same meaning, but few of the words you change. Let's see how to do that. If this is the paragraph, how do we summarize this using the structure while S1, comma, S2, semicolon, S3, by the technique of paraphrasing? Let's say this is what I've highlighted. I am gonna go in brief because this is not a summarized written text video. Soon I'll make a new video, comprehensive video on summarized written text. So I'll just highlight the important things that I think is important, and then I'll use this. Rainforests are known as the lungs of the earth for producing oxygen and absorbing carbon dioxide. This is S1, semicolon, while S2, comma, S3, full stop. You can use any of the structures, and then I'll start with while these forests maintain biodiversity and global patterns by acting on rainfall and temperature. You see here in the original sentence it says these dense forests are home to more than half of the world's planet and animal species, making them critical for biodiversity, regulate global climate patterns by influencing rainfall and temperature. This entire thing I have paraphrased it to while these forests maintain biodiversity and global patterns by acting on rainfall and temperature. And then it says, however, rapid deforestation due to logging in the original paragraph, agriculture and urban expansion is threatening these vital ecosystems. This same thing I'll write but in different words. Rapid deforestation by logging and urban expansion threatens these forests. And then it says the consequences will include leading to habitat loss, climate acceleration, and decline in oxygen production. You can write in any way you want. This is also one of the other ways to write. While rainforest produce a significant portion of the world's oxygen and absorb carbon dioxide, thereby getting the name lungs of the earth. You can just pause it and see the art of paraphrasing. They play a vital role in maintaining biodiversity and global climate patterns, while S1, S2, semicolon. However, deforestation becomes a threat, and if this continues, habitat loss and decline in oxygen production will be the consequence. You can write either ways. Copy paste exact may not sound logical for every kind of question. Then you can resort to the true writing. This is what the task is. You have to summarize in your own words, and this is what we are doing. Thereby, even if there is a human intervention, the person will probably give you double the marks because you are writing exactly what is needed. What if there is a conversation, something like this? Hey David, did you know caffeine affects more than just your energy levels? Something like this has come in the exam on August 7 taken by one of the students in Sydney. David says, yeah, I read it stimulates the central nervous system. Like this, then copy paste will not work. You need to learn the art of paraphrasing. How do we do it? We'll just highlight few of the sentences you think is important, you think is critical for the summary, and then we will just write while Emma explains, the David adds, while Emma explains that caffeine impacts energy levels. Here she says, did you know caffeine affects? I change it to impacts. More than just energy levels causing, she says, anxiety, restlessness, or even insomnia in the third line, causing anxiety, restlessness, or even insomnia. David acknowledges, he says, second line, it stimulates central nervous system, it stimulates the central nervous system. And in the fourth line, in the paragraph says, if I have coffee late in the day, I can't sleep properly. David acknowledges that if he has coffee late in the evening, his sleep pattern will be affected. Change few words. Acknowledges that it stimulates the nervous system and his sleep pattern is affected with a cup of coffee late in the evening. colon. Now a new sentence, S3, people experience withdrawal symptoms. Here Emma says it can be people often build a tolerance and experience withdrawal symptoms if they stop suddenly, upon stopping suddenly. And next line says, but moderation really is the key. You have to consume caffeine in moderation, and consuming coffee in moderation is critical. This is the way you paraphrase it and summarize if there is a conversation. Remember this. The next is the essay writing. Remember, you cannot use generic templates. One template for all the essay question may not work. We have tried and tested with multiple research done in official mock test. When we use the generic template, meaning a template has everything related to the question, but it is generic, meaning if the question is write the advantage and disadvantages, but the essay says one notable aspect of the topic is, because it's made generic. All this is not working. We couldn't cross 75. We took 14 official mock tests. Still we couldn't cross 75 in the writing. Then we introduced topic specific structure. If the question is advantages and disadvantages, you write in your template one of the main advantages is, on the other hand, next paragraph, the disadvantages are plenty. One notable drawback is. We just changed this. The content is all the same. Inside the body 1 and the body 2, we use the same content when we got 75, right? The same content we use. By changing few of the lines in the structure, the outer structure, we got 89 writing. So you can check out our Instagram page. Every day we update our stories. Everything has been put up there. You can just have a look at it. So with that, I'm telling you, it's better not to go with generic templates, keyword kind of templates, just putting one word and escaping. You have got to use topic specific structures. For agree disagree, use this structure. For problem and causes, there are a number of problems with respect to this. One of the primary problems is that kind of a structure will give you better score. Tried and tested, meaning you read the question, accordingly answer. A template is not mandatory. If you want, you can use the template related to the question. It's not template anymore, it is a structure. That's how essay has to be, and that's how it is now, because Pearson have put that effort to compel you to write in a way that is supposed to be written. And this is how it should be before, and now it is. Let's appreciate the right things. Let's not seek shortcuts and try to get marks. Please understand, all I'm telling you is you got to use topic specific structure. Previously, the previous video was on this. I've already revealed the topic specific structure for, I think, advantage disadvantage question, and advantages outweigh disadvantages. So you would have gotten the knack on how to write. Don't be disappointed. Don't think, oh, exam is becoming difficult. No, it is the same exam. Earlier also we used to write main idea supporting an example, main idea supporting an example. Now also we do the same thing, but not with just one template for all. That thing is now ruled out. Use specific structures. Read the question, whatever is needed, you answer. Apart from that, I don't see much of the changes in the essay. You don't use a topic specific structure and try to use some generic structure thinking it will work. Definitely you would lose more than 10-15 marks towards your writing module from the essay writing. Remember this. Don't use the wrong structure. You can write on your own, and when you write on your own as well, logically it should fit in. For whatever the question, it should fit in. Probably very soon I'll make a new video on the essay highlighting the right way to do, the wrong way to do, what exactly it means when I say use topic specific structures, what exactly it means when I say don't use generic templates. I'll make a video, but as of now, refer to my previous video. It was done on Thursday. That video gives you complete insights on what has to be done for the essay writing. It's more or less similar to the previous one, just that some generic sentences that were in my previous template or any of the templates that you use will definitely have some generic lines. Remove that and use a line specific to the question. As simple as that. The next is a reading module. What's changed? Read aloud has been completely removed from this reading module. Earlier 35 free marks you used to get to reading from read aloud. That has been completely removed. Summarized written text earlier gave 4 to 5 marks. Now it is giving 18 to 19 to 20 marks. In official mock I got 19 to reading from summarized written text. Apart from that, reading FIB, reading writing FIB is all the same. One person told me he got only 2 reading fill in the blanks and 3 reading writing fill in the blanks. But after that, from 8th of August, several students who are in our course gave exam, and most of them told there were 5 reading FIBs, 6 reading writing FIB or 5 reading writing FIB, almost 4 to 5 were there, which is same as before. There are absolutely no changes. One thing is reorder the paragraph, and choose single and choose multiple also gets into the race, only because to cover up the marks which is not present from read aloud. 35 marks have been taken off, only 20 has been added from summarize written text. The remaining 15 marks is somehow this reorder, multiple choice, choose single answer, multiple choice, choose multiple answer have to cover up for this. So don't neglect reorder and MCQs. Together reorder and MCQs may contribute some 10 marks, 8 to 10 marks and not more than that. Plus highlight incorrect words was always there, contributing marks to reading. It is still giving the same set of marks. Highlight correct summary in the listening may contribute 1 mark. It is not a priority. And then come summarize the spoken text. What's changed? The content earlier was 2, now it has been increased to 4. If content is increased to 4, you cannot still use the old templates where you put one keyword, one word, or very less of the content and more of a template. All those will definitely penalize you. And summarize spoken text contributes a lot of marks than before. Earlier it contributed some 5 to 6, and now it is increased. 12 marks to listening, only 1 question will come. 12 marks to listening and more marks to writing. 15 marks, 14 to 15 marks to writing. So it's better you change all the previous templates and use a simple structure. Firstly, furthermore, in addition, speaker said, in the end speaker told. As less of a template and more of your own words from the question, because you got to write a summary. If you are not writing an exact summary, marks will go down. See, don't consider this as something strict. Wow, it is evolved. This is how it should be. Isn't it? Give it a thought. How many of you agree that this is now it is a fair exam? Earlier, somehow, person who is not competent enough would have still gotten through. But now, only a person who has good English, who is skillful, will only get through. And that's how exam should be, isn't it? Don't consider or don't think that I'm very unfair or unbiased. No, that's how the exam should be. So let's prepare. Let's develop the skills and prove that I'm worthy. We don't want free marks. Why do you want to take free marks? Isn't it so? So let's be prepared in a way that we are full worthy for the marks that we get. Henceforth, that's how it would be. So if you have weak English, if you are not good in grammar or spelling, marks will go down. If you don't have a good skill to take good notes, marks will go down. If you are someone who can take notes, if you are someone who can write a fairly good summary, then you will get an entry. It's as simple as that. The exam is not becoming difficult and all. Exam is just the same exam, just that they've tuned few things which has covered all the loopholes that were present before. So now we will change the template little bit. The lecture is about, we will talk about the main lecture in one small word or one small sentence. Firstly, the speaker described, then he explained or she explained. After that, in addition. If you have written more, you can use in addition. If you have not written more, you can end it with the conclusion. So try to use less of a template and more of your own words. If you can write entirely on your own. Remember when I gave my exam 2018, 2019, 2020, I never used template. At that time, we didn't know that templates exist. Hardly there was 1 or 2 YouTube channels giving us the knowledge on how to do summarize spoken text. I never used template in my life. I got 90. So all of a sudden these templates and all came in the social media, and many people try to market the channel through templates, and it became a norm. Templates were never giving scores. All they did was trying to give you just a push. Let's say your old car is not getting started, template will just come in the form of a person who comes and gives a push. That's all. I never used template when I gave exam. A lot of students have not used template and still got 90. So it's just that you have already succumbed to this principle concept that use template, then only you get 90. No, templates are not going to give any scores, and now this template also is not going to give any scores. All it will do is it will just give a push. So don't trust someone who says I have devised a new template, use this, people are getting 90. Please, I request, please go there and comment saying, please Baba, don't spread false news. There are so many innocent people who tend to fall for this. It's your responsibility to intimate, to notify such people, not to spread false news. This is the reality. So let's make use of just a structure and write as much as possible. Minimum 4 or maximum 5 to 6 phrases. 65 words you write so that you get better scores for the content. Don't write only 52, 58. I've tried that in the official mock. Remember, I've taken more than 20 official mocks since the last month. You can check all of my everyday routine research in Instagram stories. So with that confidence, I'm telling you, when I wrote 58 words, marks were less. When I wrote 62 words, marks were still less. When I wrote 68 words, another 2-3 marks got increased. So with this confidence, I'm telling you, try to write as much as possible, 65 to 70 words. Then listening, fill in the blanks. What's changed? It's the same everything, but just that it's now not giving marks to the writing module. It is now giving marks only to listening. Apart from that, earlier it contributed some 10 to 12 marks. Now whatever the scores that you get, they're gonna convert it to 7 to 8 marks because there are so many modules lined up for the listening. 51 marks to listening will come from speaking. The remaining 39 to 40 can only come from listening. So they have to have their own formula and convert it to 7 to 8 marks. And the last, write from dictation. First thing first, can I add extra words? You can add extra words. Apologies, there was wrong diagnosis, wrong analysis from my side long time back. It was essay which costed me low scores, and I thought it was right from dictation. I totally understand that whatever I speak of, people tend to believe, and I hold very large responsibility. So if I make a mistake, I'm very, very sorry. Mistake has happened and I'm very sorry for that. You can add extra words. I've tried and tested. I took my own time to do multiple research. Yes, you can add extra words. Don't add some 20, 30 and all. 5 to 6 words towards the end you add. But know that just adding is not going to give you scores. Whenever you add something, it has to match to the question. Apart from that, write from dictation contributes some 30 plus marks to writing. Same amount of marks to listening? No, for listening it is hardly 15 to 16 or 17 marks and not more than that. Scoring, the way it is scored before, it has remained unchanged. You can still use extra words. You can write in any order. We wrote in reverse order, still we got it. But don't simply try to fool it. Just try to write in the same order. If you want to add extra words, add towards the end. I think that's all for today. I really hope this video was informative. If you believe the same, like, share and subscribe and leave your valuable comments in the comment section. What video you want me to do next? Do leave your comments in the comment section. We're gonna check that out and come back at the earliest next Tuesday. Alright, that's all for today. I think I'm gonna park the video here. This is Nakul, Nakul, Nakul signing off from SKILLS PTE. Soon we'll be back. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thanks much.